the whole spectrum of things, New Age spirituality actually sucks. I'm gonna tell you why. You have an imbalance within the community. Most people either want to first trap, sell you a service with hardly anything on, cleavage out, you know, and then you also have performative spirituality where it's all virtue signaling. It's all a bunch of bullshit. And I'm telling you, I am tired of seeing it. I see it I see it a lot in TikTok, a lot more in Instagram. And what makes me laugh today is that it's very caricature within the character. A lot of them do suck. Yes, a lot of them do suck at a lot of things. And there's often people that I've looked from a very long time with respect. And then when you actually get to know them and you interact with these people in the same sort of realm as you, it kind of gives you the reality that you've been looking at these people with rose tinted lenses. I've contacted a few people and the sort of bubble has popped. The reality has actually shifted. And it makes me realize there's a lot of con artists. A lot of con artists. Within these realms of spirituality or the people here, they often want to sell you a service with how to help with your relationship. A lot of them are in third party situations and they're the third party. They're sleeping around with married men. They're in abusive relationships where they are actually the abusers. There's a lot of narcissistic behaviors within the so-called light and love or love and light community. The whole thing's just a bunch of performative monkeys. And that's the truth. They're circus animals. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this today is it goes from a small spectrum to a bigger spectrum. You have a guy called Vision, who is, for me, one of the biggest grifters in spirituality. Often speaks with elevated language, has a very, very distinguished and delusional opinion about himself and the way he speaks about himself. He perpetuates this notion that he's this amazing guy. It's bollocks. He's bollocks. And I don't care. A lot of these people are bollocks. I'm not saying, I'm amazing at everything that I do, but I'ma just tell you how I feel and be real. Here's the thing. A lot of these people that give you this presentation that they're this so-called next big thing as this new guru, and you should go into their sort of courses and their quote unquote lavish retreats. They're just business people. They've just gone into this niche market where they often take advantage of people who are vulnerable. If you watch the Vice documentary with Vision, you can see who he truly is. Narcissistic. I'm just tired of these people. What I will say is, I often judge people. I often vet people before I really get into a type of interaction with them. I've had many people that want to collaborate with me. And I realized something. Most of the people that wanted to collaborate with me at that time are fucking weirdos. Fucking weirdos. Why? A lot of readers that are just doing some sneaky shit. Really, really doing some sneaky shit. Let's get into it. First reader I know. Well, I don't speak to anymore. Have absolutely no connection whatsoever. Every time they would get a client and it would be a phone reading, they would rustle up some piece of paper pretending that it was them shuffling and would pretend and tell them what they wanted to hear rather than what they needed to hear. So essentially, they were being charlatans. Another person I've heard within the spiritual community would often secretly record their sessions, and often they would record because they would see them as aesthetically pleasing. And they would record every session. I find that really, really scary without any consent. That's scary. I've often heard of many people being in situations where they would often give the advice, love advice as well, because let's be real, a lot of people who ask, or clients, and they often ask about their love life, and they often give you help regarding their love life. Now, I know people personally that are in third-party situations where they're other woman, they've accepted their fate as being the person that's creating that affair or being part of that affair. Now, how is that great energy when it comes to love advice when you are doing something that you shouldn't be doing? Where is your moral compass? Because I see a lot of people within the community often say things that would class as hypocritical within their message. I often see people do things that make me laugh. I mean, the amount of messaging that I've seen in regards, the amount of videos that I see in regards of using the quote unquote tactic of thirst trapping rather than actually giving a message is actually quite, it just cheapens the message, really. You're better than that. And these are people that I've seen that are, well, quote unquote, respected readers. No, they suck. They absolutely suck. It's everywhere in terms of the spiritual industry, community. It really, really saddens me that people, they're often males that take advantage, that they are very few males in the industry. However, they take advantage of that, knowing that there are many vulnerable women out there. And this is true. There are many vulnerable people, and many of them are women out there. And many of the males use that as a form of manipulation in order to get their sexual gratification. Now, that could just be as low levels, such as getting people to follow them and, getting their cheeky messages here and there. That could also go and expand as meeting up with these people and actually sleeping with them. Now, I'm just saying that that's often one of those murmurs behind the scenes. But those murmurs are going to get even louder going forwards, especially. People are going to be speaking out of these things. I guarantee you. So if you're doing this in the background, boy, it's only going to come to light. I'm just saying. So just be careful what you're doing and know of your responsibility as well. I think that what really saddens me is that the idea of spirituality is being, the message towards that is dissolved, and they're using that as a so-called crutch. Many use this as a form of a way to get popularity. I'm sort of glad that I've only been in this space for a year, because shout out to my mother, who, she's not a tarot reader no more, but she helps from a spiritual level. She said, Paul, the world is going to need you more than ever when you're ready to start showing people how you're an amazing reader. And I never understood that, because I thought she meant tarot reading, but she just said reader, as in like in general. And I see things and I know things now, that the reason why she was prepping me for the time I was going to say, yes, I'm going to put myself out there. Now I'm out there. Understand why. Because if I have done this a lot more earlier, I would have lost my fucking mind. And I am not going to lose my fucking mind. I'm just saying to you that I'm ready, that she prepped me for this. You know, I even say that, is it even spirituality when I just see you're using that, and what you're promoting isn't love and light, it's degeneracy. Let's keep it all the way 100 with your foolish behaviors. But it is what it is. I'm going to continue speaking out upon these people that are quote unquote gurus, helpers. It will happen. You know, I've done it before and I'll do it again.